Welcome to this quick description of how this Raspberry Pi is set up to control a Roomba Create. The basic robotic platform here is the Roomba Create. There's a Raspberry Pi, and the other components consist of the Raspberry Pi development kit from Adafruit, a USB to serial adapter, again from Adafruit, two little 100 microfarad capacitors, picked up at Radio Shack, a 7805, picked up at Radio Shack, and a big giant heatsink ripped off a poor donor motherboard. Okay, so how does this work? We start off with pins 14 and 10 of the Raspberry Pi's DB25 connector. I couldn't find a male DB25 connector anywhere, but this breadboard and wire sticks in just fine. I so intelligently colored them both red. One is 18 volts, another is ground, because no worries about getting those confused. They go into the ground and positive rails of this breadboard, and from there the 7805 regulates the positive down into nice plain plus 5 volts, which it puts in the far rail back here. There's a big giant heatsink on here because Raspberry Pi would last about 20 seconds without it. That's because there's about 13 watts that has to be dissipated when the Raspberry Pi is powered on. Very inefficient, but it does get the job done. To power the Pi, I then pull off the positive and ground, and this goes into this wonderfully soldered connection line, which is a micro USB cable that I chopped in half and hooked up to. So that then powers the Pi. So with the Pi going, we need to be able to talk back to the Roomba itself, and so we have, for that job, we have a USB to serial cable, which ties all the way around to here, which is the serial to Roomba adapter that came with the Create, and plugs into the Create. So this is where all the command and control goes. There is one problem, however, namely that the Roomba switches to a safe mode where it shuts down all of its listening to the incoming signals if something scary happens, like it falls off a cliff or someone picks it up. And so we need a way to reset the Pi to tell it to put it out of safe mode. So to do this, we also tie into the GPIO pins. So this cable here goes through into the cobbler, which just plugs directly into the breadboard. This way we can take pins 23 to 25 and basically wire them up to 3 LEDs, nicely colored with, of course, resistors to prevent them from blowing things out. And in the back there, behind it, we take the 3.3 volt rail off the Pi, along with one of the, I think, pin 18, and we tie that into this leftmost micro switch with a pull-up resistor. And this lets us then send a signal back to the Pi to tell it we want it to start over again. So this way our Python program knows when to send the wake-up command to the Create, because we've detected that it's finished and gone into safety mode and you want it to start running again. So that covers, I believe, all of the wiring information.